congratulate all the teams that have qualified for this year's South Dakota Reserve American Legion State Tournament. We will now at this time introduce all of the teams. And again, as I call out teams, please line up around the ball diamond. Your hosts, Rapid City Post 22 Expos. Red Post 307 Brookings Post 74. Yankton Post 12. Rapid City 320 Shooters. Rapid City Post 320 Shooters. Aberdeen Post 24. Grand Valley Post 131. And Renner Post 307, Sultan. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have all stand at this time, we'll have Commissioner Mark Tisdale read the American Legion Code. Thank you, Mark. At this time, please stay standing, as well as our national anthem, and we'll have our colors presented by Post 22 American Legion Color Guard. Thank you, American Post 22. Thank you again. Congratulations to all the teams. Let's play ball.
And now, baseball fans, it is now time for the Pulse 22 Expos game. This game will feature the Miami Valley Pirates and Brookings. Brookings Post 74 and your Rapid City Pulse 22 Expos. Baseball fans, please remember to return all foul balls to the table and remember to be alert at all times. Also, fans of the enjoyment of the game, please refrain from using foul language. Please be courteous to the fans around you and cheer on your team in a positive manner. No smoking allowed in the ballpark.
All right, we're ready to go here for the first game of the State Reserve Tournament here for the Rapid City Post 22 Expos. After the opening ceremonies just happened with all the teams here, as this is the final matchup here of Game 1, or of Day 1. This is the Post 22 Expos taking on Brookings Post 74 here, as both of these teams are currently still in the mix, a little bit of their warm-ups after the opening ceremonies happened. They were doing infield and they had to cut over to coming back on the field. But we'll go here through the lineups, as we'll start off here with Brookings going from 1 to 9. Leading off is going to be their center fielder number 1, Jude Mendering. Batting second and pitching number 2, Nolan Krogman. Batting third and playing second base, number 6, Noah Lease. Batting fourth at shortstop is number 4, Baker Hansen. Batting fifth at catcher, number 12, Ben Schulte. Batting sixth at third base, number 14, Mason Dyers. Batting seventh at left field is number 10, Dixon Daver. Batting eighth, playing first base, number 5, Andrew Heinze. And batting ninth at right field is number 7, Parker Whitty. For the Post 22 Expos, batting first and playing shortstop is number 17, Daxton Karn. Batting second and playing second base is number 53, Jackson Reeder. Batting third in center field, number 7, Bridger Karn. Hitting cleanup and batting fourth is left fielder number 31, Hudson Ogle. Batting fifth, playing first base, number 26, Regan Turnquist. Batting sixth at third base, number 13, Brixton Steen. Batting seventh as the designated hitter, number 10, Hunter Larson. Batting eighth in right field is number 25, Ryan Kessler. And batting ninth, playing catcher for the Expos this evening, is number 12, Reese Palmer. And the pitcher will be number 21, Reagan Koskin. So with other teams here in the Post 22 organization as well playing in some state tournaments. The Hard Hats are in Watertown playing their state tournament as they faced off against Watertown, who is the host of the tournament, as Post 22 came away with a 14-4 victory after game 1 of the first day, losing to the Post 320 Stars, as the Hard Hats looking to bounce back here into this tournament, into the state tournament in Watertown, and looking to bring home the 55th state championship in Post 22's name. As here in Rapid City, South Dakota, it's kind of been a very overcast day. Not many moments with some sunshine here, as it's going to stay partly cloudy here for most of the night. As I'm pulling up the weather here right now, currently 70 degrees, as the high today was 75. Tomorrow is supposed to be 80 degrees, and so rain will be happening here in about 2.5 hours in Rapid City, so hopefully this game doesn't interfere with any of some rain. And with some of the crazy weather that we have been seeing here the past recent days, a lot of news as well in the Major League Baseball with it being the trade deadline here. If you're Minnesota Twins fans, you don't want to hear this, as they have had quite the day trading some players. Their best closing pitcher in Johan Duran has been dealt to the Philadelphia Phillies. Shortstop Carlos Correa back to the Houston Astros. So the Minnesota Twins are for sure being sellers here at the deadline. There was only 3 games here going on today in the MLB. There has been one final score. That was the New York Yankees defeating the Tampa Bay Rays of a score of 7-4. One game that's currently going here is the Cincinnati Reds and the Atlanta Braves. Braves are up 7-3 over the Reds, and one game that is currently in warm-up is the Texas Rangers taking on the Seattle Mariners. So here are the Expos as they get ready to storm the field here and get this warm-up started. And we'll go here defensively again for this team. In left field is number 31, Hudson Ogle. In center field for the Expos is number 7, Bridger Karn. At right field is number 25, Ryan Kessler. And from third to first, at third base is number 13, Brixton Steen. At shortstop, number 17, Daxton Karn. At second base is number 53, Jackson Reeder. And at first base is number 26, Regan Turnquist. Behind the plate, number 12, Reese Palmer. And on the mound is number 21, Reagan Koskin. A right-handed throwing pitcher. On the top 3, or the first 3 batters here for Brookings are going to be the leadoff hitter, number 1, center fielder Jude Mendering, followed by the pitcher batting second, number 2, Nolan Krogman, and then batting third is their second baseman, number 6, Noah Lease. So that is going to be our upcoming batters and the Expos defense here. So the umpire will get his call and move as he will wait. And all hard hat games in the state tournament are being streamed on Post 17 TV on YouTube. So if you're itching for some hard hat baseball, go on YouTube and look up Post 17 TV, and you can watch all of the state tournament games held in Watertown. So that is a great source to use, as Hard Hat TV was not allowed to stream. So we're ready to go as Reese Palmer will use his cannon here to throw that one all the way across into second. They all meet up in the middle here, giving Reagan Koskin one final word here before he throws out this first pitch here in the final game of day 1 here of the State Reserve Tournament. So here is Jude Mendering, a right-handed batter, is going to be the first hitter, and we'll see what Koskin has here in his back pocket. The first pitch here after taking a little bit of a fall down on the foul ball here is Mendering, as he is a little slow to come on up, so that will be a foul ball. The 0-1 start off here. Hopefully he doesn't make himself onto the ESPN Top 10 fails this week. So Koskin on a pitch that came inside with little contact made by Mendering. Here's the 0-1 offer. This one is swung on and missed for strike 2. Off to a hot start here on the mound for Koskin. The right-handed throwing pitcher. 2 fastballs coming in pretty close. The last one inside and the one inside. 0-2 count. Koskin the pitch. A little breaker ball catches him looking. So a 3-pitch strikeout here. 1 out. All ready to go. He's going to catch Mendering looking. So 1 away, this pulls in the pitcher and batting second here for Brookings, number 2, Nolan Krogman. So Koskin waiting for Palmer here to give him the next call. Here comes this first pitch. This one will be the first ball that he is going to throw here all day. As that one coming a little bit down low of the batter's box for the 0-0 start. Here is the windup. Here kicks the left leg up. Pitches in. This one is a high pop-up. This one is in the field of left fielder. This one's going to come down. As making that catch is Hudson Ogle on the hot fly in the left field. And that's 2 away here in this first inning on the first 2 batters coming out. And now here comes the second baseman batting third for Brookings, number 6, Noah Lease. And first pitch here is going to come in here for strike 1. So Koskin setting the tone here early for the Expos across the plate to Brookings. Here is the next pitch. This one's going to be put on the ground. It's picked up here by Daxton Karn. Throws it over to Turnquist on first base, and that's going to be the third out here in this inning. So Mendering, Krogman, and Lease all go down like flies here in the first inning. They start off with the first at-bat of the game. Reagan Koskin, a 3-pitch strikeout to Mendering watching. And then we saw that pop-up that was caught by left fielder Hudson Ogle in left field. Comes away with the catch, and then we saw that ground out there from Lease. Scooped up and picked up there from Daxton. Karn throws it across the pond over to the first baseman and Regan Turnquist. So here is the Brookings defense. Starting to left field is going to be number 10, Dixon Daver. In center field, number 1, Jude Mendering. In right field, number 7, Parker Whitty. From third to first is number 14, Mason Dyers. At shortstop is number 4, Baker Hansen. At second base is number 6, Noah Lease. And at first base is number 5, Andrew Heinze. Behind home plate here this evening, number 12, Ben Schulte. And on the mound is number 2, Nolan Krogman. So that is the defense here for Brookings. And the first 3 hitters for the Expos this evening are going to be the leadoff man is the shortstop, Daxton Karn, who made that final play there in the top of the first inning. And following him will be the second baseman, number 53, Jackson Reeder. And the third batter here in the lineup will be center fielder, number 7, Bridger Karn. So Karn with his introductory here into the batter's box. Krogman the first pitch here, another right-hander pitcher for Brookings, and the first one here is going to be in for a strike. We'll see if Krogman can follow Reagan Koskin in his success on a 3-pitch strikeout back in the first inning. And Krogman the next offering. This one's going to come in down low. This one bounced right into the palm of the catcher's mitt here of Ben Schulte and then bounced right back out. So that's going to be the first ball here onto Daxton Karn here in this first at-bat of the game. Krogman here has his next pitch, giving the nod to Schulte, the catcher. The 1-1 count. This one up and high. This one is going to be in for ball 2. So good eye there from Mr. Daxton Karn, as there's 2 Karns in Daxton and Bridger. And we'll try my best to not get it mixed up. Next pitch comes in, a hard hit ground ball. This one takes a hoop. This one of the second baseman, the throw to first is going to be there in time. So just the ground out there will be the first out here in this inning. That was Brookings' second baseman, Noah Lease, getting that pickup there and throwing over to their first baseman, and Andrew Heinze. So here is Jackson Reeder, who had a very short stint with the Hard Hats. Played 2 games in Minnesota in the Gopher Classic, and then in the final games against Sioux Falls. He's going to put this one here on the ground to the shortstop. The bullet of a throw across to first. is going to be in time there for the second out here in this inning. So Jackson Raider wasting no time, taking the swing here on the first pitch of this game and putting the ball down into the dirt here, picked up by the shortstop. As that one was Baker Hanson. So here comes the third batter. This is Bridger Karn in center field this evening. And here is Krogman. Turns here the first pitch and a breaker ball. This one is going to come up high a little bit of the strike zone here. It's going to be called for strike one. So the 0-1 count, we will see who is going to get the first hit here in this ball game. Will it be the post-22 Expos or will it be Brookings? Krogman, the 0-1 count, shakes it off, pitches in. This one is in down low, right above the cleats for ball one. 1-1 count. We saw this as well with Daxton Karn on the first at-bat of the game. First pitch he saw came in for a strike, the next one for a ball. Next pitch comes in here. This one is a hard-hit ground ball. Back here to Baker, the shortstop, to throw to first for the third out here. So both teams and their defense wasting no time and getting a lot of plays here as the hard-hats, Daxton Karn, Jackson Reeder, and Bridger Karn all having groundouts. As Karn to the second baseman and Reeder and Bridger Karn here grounding out to the shortstop to make it the third and final out here of the first inning. So the second inning in already of this game. And for Brookings, here will be their 4, 5, and 6 hitters. It's going to be the shortstop, Baker Hanson, who made 2 out of the 3 outs there in that last inning, followed by the catcher, number 12, Ben Schulte, and then the third baseman and number 14, Mason Dyers. And Koskin, a right-hander back on the mound, and the first batter that he saw here in this evening's game, he struck him out looking. So he wants to do the same exact thing as we saw Nolan Krogman getting some help from his defense after all of the pitches that came towards the Expos bats. They put them directly into the ground, hard hit ones as well. So Hanson will be the first one. Here is Brixenstein, the third baseman. He's going to come in a little bit closer here to the pitcher. And Palmer the throw for the last warm-up pitch here in this, ready to start the second inning. And the lights here are on full brightness. Gives a little bit of a cool factor here for the Expos, as they usually don't get to play a lot of night games, but they do here tonight. Here is Koskin, and the first pitch here off the mound. This one is going to be in for strike one. So the first at-bat of the game, 3 pitches for a backwards K. He would like to add for another 3 pitch here for another K. Koskin on the line back. Here comes the next pitch. This one's going to be fouled on here for the 0-2. We saw Mendering on the first pitch. He made contact with it on the foul ball and fell a little bit down there in the ground, something he obviously did not intentionally meant to do. So here's the 0-2 count following the recent foul ball. Koskin the pitch up high, swings and misses for strike 3, and that's the second strikeout of the game for Reagan Koskin. This one is swinging, and that's the first out here in the top of the second inning. So here is the catcher, number 12, Ben Schulte. Just the 5th batter here in the lineup for Brookings. First pitch he sees, a high pitch, but a swing down low does not count for a base hit, neither any contact. That'll be a swing and a miss here for strike 1. And Koskin is playing battleship here, putting the targets right where he wants them. This next one's going to come up a little high, not in the strike zone for ball 1. The first one here of the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Koskin giving Reese Palmer here behind the mound the nod. Liking the pitch. Here it comes. This one is going to be down, hitting the turf here before it even reached to home plate for ball 2. 2-1 count, and some of these Expos players who are part of the U18 team, such as Brixton Steen, Jackson Reeder, and a few others. And here is the next pitch, a swing on a miss here for strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Following the strikeout for Hanson, on deck is the third baseman Mason Dyers. Koskin the step back. Here is the release. Pitch is up high in the face. This one for ball 3. So we see the first full count of the day. This one is here to Ben Schulte, the catcher for Brookings. Koskin the delivery. Pitch is in. This one swung on. A foul ball hooking to the right side and out of play. This one is rolling towards the fence here. So it will still remain a 3-2 count. Koskin will receive a new ball here. Trying to find some more grip. The 3-2 pitch is in. Swung on. Picture play. Another foul ball up and over this netting here and out of the park. 3-2. Koskin trying to find something here. Trying to throw a little bit of some spice here on this ball. Here's the 3-2. Koskin up high, nearly getting him close there. But that would be for ball 4. And that is going to be a walk. The first walk allowed of the day by either pitcher. So that is the first person that we see here in this game reach on base. Still no base hit, but it'll be a walk. Up next here is Mason Dyers, the third baseman. We'll see if Koskin will try to get Schulte out here on the pickoff attempt, and not even delivering his first pitch here on the next batter. He's going to go towards the direction there to his first baseman, Regan Turnquist. Slaying safe there was Schulte. Here is Koskin, the first pitch of the next batter. This one will be swung on. This is a foul ball, hitting the netting. And this one will drop right down in and by. 0-1 here on the count. 1 out, that one following the leadoff strikeout here in this inning to Baker Hanson, the shortstop. This is the third batter here in the top of the second. Koskin, the quick throw over to first. Turnquist getting the tag there. As Reagan Koskin on the pitcher, and then Regan Turnquist there on first base. A little bit of a similar first name, but not quite. So 0-1 count here. Koskin delivers the next pitch. This one is swung on. This one is coming right here into my box, and it drops right in front of me. And that will be for a foul ball. So 0-2 count. 1 away. So that's 2 foul balls here on this at-bat for Mason Dyers. The first one got a piece of the netting here on the in the play. And this one hops right over and almost hits us here in the booth. Next pitch, the breaker ball in that top left corner, just a little bit too inside and high. And that will be called for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes here in this game. Here is Reagan Koskin, aware of the runner there on first, and Ben Schulte. As it's back facing towards him, the 1-2 delivery is in. Runner takes off to second. Palmer leashes one. This one is not going to be in time. So that will be a stolen base here for Ben Schulte. And don't mess around with Reese Palmer and the can on his right arm. He launched that one from quite a ways away. Had enough speed onto it. So that was also taken for ball 2. So it's a 2-2 count here for Dyers. Now with Schulte on second following his stolen base. The 2-2 delivery, Koskin, this one inside, ball 3. So back-to-back full counts here from Schulte and Dyers. Dyers, who resulted into a walk, got himself on first. Now on second following the stolen base. The 3-2, Koskin here delivering one to the Brookings third baseman. Looking back to the runner on second. Has a good lead off of the mound. Pitches up high, ball 4. So that will be back-to-back walks here in this top of the second inning to Ben Schulte and Mason Dyers. So that puts runners on first and second as Reese Palmer here is going to have a little chat here with Regan Koskin, trying to do his best here to calm him down after walking the last 2 batters, but having a very impressive start here to this game. So here's the next batter. This is the left fielder, number 10, Dixon Daver. So Daver, the left fielder, 1 out, a double play in the hands here of the Hard Hats. The runner on first and a runner on second. Here is Koskin, keeping a close eye on Schulte on second, with the shortstop for the for the Expos in Karn coming back and forth, and then finally deciding to touch the bag, and then he comes off. So there was no pitch thrown there by Koskin on this at-bat here. Another look over to Schulte on second. Another step here off the mound, making sure that he doesn't tease him any one bit. So Daver, who is still waiting his first pitch here of this at-bat. And Brookings, who must have went the bleach hair route here for some playoff baseball. This pitch is going to just come a little outside. That one is for a 1-0 count. So following 2 times stepping off the mound, trying to figure out if Ben Schulte was going to try to be a little greedy and steal the third. First pitch he throws here is going to be outside for ball 1. Koskin, another look back to second. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one is in for strike 1. So 1-1 count here. Koskin will love to follow with 2 good things here in a row. He's already halfway there following that last pitch being in for a strike. 1-1 count following the 2 walks with the runners on first and second here. The 1-1 pitch, Koskin delivers. This one is going to be in for strike 2 and a little bit of a bunch show as well on the at-bat from Daver. So he looks over to his third base coach here as he wants to see what the signal is going to be here. 1-2. 2 strikeouts on the day for Reagan Koskin, as well as 2 walks. No hits allowed and no runs. The 1-2. Pitch is in. Swan on. Played to the ground. Picked up here by Koskin. The throw over to second. Karn over to first. Turnquist. That's going to be a fielder's choice. The throw back home. And Brookings is on the board first here as they have a 1-0 lead. Coming in to score is number 12, Ben Schulte. So Mason Dyers, who was out. So they'll have a runner there on first. That is a fielder's choice. So here is Andrew Heinze, and the pickoff attempt there over to first. And that one was placed right in the ground, right to Reagan Koskin, the pitcher. He turned back to throw it over to second. Doxton Karn threw it over to first. And then Turnquist, who made the catch, just wasn't there in the... was just a little bit late onto it. So the runner was safe on first, and then he tried to throw it over to home plate with Ben Schulte coming on in to score. It was a little bit too late here. So no 1 count as the runner on first having to get his shoe tight here or something really quick as that first base coach, or maybe a bag problem. The first pitch here on this at-bat was in for a strike. The 0-1 count. This is the 8th batter of the lineup for Brookings as next pitch, this one is foul ball up and over the netting, out of play. 0-2 count, 1 more strike away here from putting the top of the second inning away after a very fast first inning as we saw both Brookings and the Expos go 1-2-3 on their first 3 batters. So Koskin with a runner behind him on first following the fielder's choice. Here's the 0-2 delivery, a breaker ball. This one dropped just not a little low enough in there to be for a strike. This one just comes up a little high for ball 1. 1-2 now. Heinze, the first baseman, back in the box here. Turnquist has a good lead. Pitches in. Koskin swung on and missed. Strike 3. So the second strikeout of the inning here for Reagan Koskin, his 3rd of the game. But there is a little bit of a scoreboard here. Brookings coming in with 1 run thanks to Ben Schulte, who makes this on that run on the fielder's choice hit there from Dixon Daver. So the score 1-0 going into the bottom of the second. As Pulse 22 Expos look to respond with something bigger, as their next 3 hitters are going to be Hudson Ogle, Reagan Turnquist, and Brixton Steen. So Krogman, who kind of had as well a short first inning for Brookings, he didn't throw a strikeout. He had some help with his defense from the shortstop and Baker Hansen and his second baseman and Noah Lease after 3 groundouts were made on the first 3 batters here in this game. So we'll see if he will throw any K's here in the bottom of the second as they have an early lead here in this game just in the second inning. And if the Hard Hats this evening, who played Watertown, the host of the state tournament, were up 6-0 in the second inning, and then Watertown started to come back a little bit, put up 3 runs, but Post 22 put that throttle right back on and coming in with the final score of 14-4 to win. So here is Hudson Ogle, the left fielder, the cleanup hitter, batting fourth. Will do the honors here of batting first in the bottom of the second. So here is Nolan Krogman, the first left-handed batter for the Hard Hats, or excuse me, for the Expos this evening. First pitch, this one is going to drop low. This one for ball one. Great take there from Ogle. Trying to get Krogman here, a little bit of that pitch count up high. 1-0. Next offering, this one is going to be directly down the middle. No questions asked for strike one. Coming back in, he plays with that left foot as deep as he can go right there, touching that back of the batter's box. This one is going to be for a foul ball. This one hitting down low into the turf and then kind of taking a bounce right back up. So 1-2 count here. Ogle touches here the plate. Krogman with the new ball, the 1-2 pitch. Awaiting here. Delivers up high, and that one for ball two. So 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Here for the Expos left fielder and Hudson Ogle. Krogman the pitch. This one gets up and away and outside, ball 3. So the first time here that a hard hat batter will face full count will come here in the bottom of the second inning. We saw 2 in the top of the second from Ben Schulte and Mason Dyers. Here's the 3-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So that is the first strikeout of the game here for Nolan Krogman.
First baseman, number 26,
So here is the first baseman, Regan Turnquist, following the leadoff strikeout as first pitch he sees. He's going to waste no time. He's going to hit this one here. And this one is going to go for foul territory here on that first baseline, and that one is going to be for a foul ball. So Turnquist, first pitch he saw, it came a little bit in down low, a little inside, and he will take the bite. And it just goes for a foul ball. A little bit of a good chance there for an opening window. 0-1 count following the foul ball. Still looking to see our first hit here of the ballgame. Next pitch he sees. He's going to hit this one. This one into right center. It's going to be caught here by the right fielder, and that is Parker Whitty. And makes the catch there for the second out here in this inning. First 2 batters are gone. And up next here is number 13, the third baseman, Little Brixie Steen. And he was in the box here for a few games during the Veterans Classic. He comes in another lefty batter. Krogman, the first pitch he's going to offer. This one puts a little heat onto this one down the middle. Steen will hold back, takes it for strike 1. 0-1 count. Krogman getting ready and settled on in. Schulte signals the call sign here with his fingers. The 0-1 pitches in down low inside. A little bit of hold off there from the pitcher, or excuse me, umpire. He's not going to make his decision for a strike that what the Brookings people wanted is. That's what the Expos want here for ball 1. So 1-1 count with 2 away in the bottom of the second. Brookings having an early 1-0 lead. Krogman, this breaker ball is going to be in for strike 2 here on Brixton Steen. 1 strike away here to finishing the first 2 innings here of these first state reserve game of the tournament for post-22 Expos. This one coming in near the shins. Steen taking a little bit of a step backwards, avoiding getting hit right where it hurts in the shins. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count now. Krogman giving the stare down the middle. Has his call, releases with the right arm. Steen swings and misses for good measure as Ben Schulte. He will go and tag him. So that is the third out here in this inning. We go to the third inning. Brookings holding on to that 1-0 lead that they started in that top of the second. So that is the second strikeout of the inning as well for Nolan Krogman. Both Krogman and Koskin having 2 each in that inning. So the leadoff batters for Brookings here in this third inning are the number 9 hitter is the right fielder, number 7, Parker Whitty, and then we go back to the top of the order. It's the number 1, Jude Mendering, and then number 2, Nolan Krogman, the pitcher. As we still see Reagan Koskin here on the mound, who has done a tremendous job here so far in this game. He's only walked 2 batters, and those happen at the top of the second to Ben Schulte and Mason Dyer. Schulte, who came in to get the first run of the game. Following the fielder's choice hit from Dixon Daver. So score update here in the Braves-Reds game. Braves and the Reds in a little bit of a tight one now, as the Braves had a little bit of a 5-run lead. Now they are just above 11-8. So that game is turning into be a good one. So here we go, top of the third inning. We get set and ready. Here comes Parker Whitty, the right fielder, to make his first at-bat of the game. Koskin hand delivers this one himself down the middle for strike one. Great way to start off here in this game. Started off this first inning on a good note, striking out the first batter. 0-1 pitch. Koskin another one. This one just got a little piece of it on that swing that went a little bit halfway. It's going to foul off into the netting for the 0-2 startup. So the new ball is handed here to Reagan Koskin. The 0-2, the windup, the lift of the leg, pitches in. This one is popped up high. And this one is hitting right above the roof. So a foul ball. This count will go 0-2 here. Koskin trying to find that 1-2-3 like he did back in the first inning. The right-hander kicks and deals. This one just getting a little under control. That one just coming up high, not where he wanted it to be in the strike zone for ball one. A 1-2 count. Find some extra grip here on that right palm of his. The throwing hand, the 1-2 or 0-2 pitch is in. This one is down low. So that one is ball two. 2-2 count. A little step there off the mound from Mr. Koskin. Turns and swivels, pitches in, swung on. This one is running towards first base, and Turnquist, who wanted to just get a little piece of it, can't make that catch, as it just came right out onto the roof there of the dugout for Brookings. So 2-2 will still remain the at-bat here for Parker Whitty. Koskin delivers up and high. This one gets away from the glove there of Reese Palmer and runs all the way to the backstop and shoots right back up for ball three. So full count in the top of the third inning. Brookings 1, Post 22 Expos 0. Here is Koskin, takes the step back with the left leg. The 3-2 hand delivery. Swung on, got a little piece of it, stays alive on the foul ball. So he will fight with anything that he is offered from Koskin here in this game. With the rock back forth here, this one is placed on the ground. Steen, the third baseman, the pickup. The throw to first gets over the glove of Turnquist. And Whitty still taking off to second. So that is going to be the first error of the game here for Post 22 and for Brookings. Steen, who threw that one a little bit up high of Turnquist. Turnquist had a little bit of a piece of it with it in that left-hand glove. And then rolls right back behind him towards the fence. And that one is going to be in for the first error. So we're going to see a little bit of a coach visit here on the mound for Koskin, who had one of the better starts here in this game. So they all meet in the middle, trying to calm each other down here, trying to find a little bit of a solution here. Sometimes when you hear from someone who has experience, it could change a lot. So the batter up next, making his second at-bat of the game, this is Jude Mendering, the center fielder. He is 0 for 1 here today with the strikeout. Now when he was caught looking. So following the mound visit, home plate umpire with the call right back to Koskin. He looks over here to Whitty onto second base. Here is the pitch. This one coming in down low. Palmer gets his glove there in time. That one for ball one. The 1-0. Another look over there to his third base coach. Here is Mendering, the center fielder. First batter in the lineup. Koskin, another look down the middle. Turns his head over to his right side of the runner at second. Here comes the pitch, the 1-0. This is a bunt placed right in front of Koskin. The pickup, the throw to first. Stretching there was Reeder, but he's going to get the out there. So that's the first here in the inning on the sacrifice bunt. That's going to advance the runner off here to third. So Mandarin goes 0 for 2 following that sack bunt and having a runner in scoring position 90 feet away from home plate. Here is Nolan Krogman, the pitcher. He had a pop fly, which was caught by left fielder in Hudson Ogle. That was back in the first inning. Here is the first pitch that he will face, and that one in for a strike. 0-1 start. Here to Krogman. Look straight ahead there for Koskin, the runner on third. This breaker ball comes in down low. Palmer snags it with his left hand for ball 1. 1-1 count with 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Brookings has scored the first run of the game. In the top of the second, we haven't seen one since. Comes in a little bit down low. Same place on that last pitch for ball 2. On that first one, it was a breaker ball that came in down low. That one was a fastball that came in down low. 2-1 here. Koskin, another look over. Steen plays off the bag. Krogman gets a swing. This one is on the line. Going back to the wall. This one will drop. 1 run comes in to score. Krogman loses his helmet. Rounding second. The throw is going to come in to third. Steen, he will get him. So what a play there from the Hard Hats defense. So 1 run will still come in to score for Brookings. There will be 2 outs and no runners left. That throw came in from the right fielder, and Ryan Kessler came back to Jackson Reeder on second, and then the throw across over there to Brixton Steen. So Krogman getting himself a little bit of a big hit there. And first pitch here to Noah Lease comes up and away. This one for ball 1. So the 1-0 count, and Lease today 0 for 1 as well. He had a ground out, which came to the shortstop in Daxton Karn. On the breaker ball, that one just knocking on the back step. Won't count for a strike, so that's for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes with 2 away. No runners aboard here for Brookings after now making it a 2-0 lead. Here comes the pitch, swung on. This one is up in the air. Here is the catch made by Ogle. So that is the third and final out here of the top of the third inning. After Brookings has made it their score 2-0 following the run from Parker Whitty here. After Nolan Krogman, who smashed a ball into right field, had the distance, this one all the way back towards the wall. Ryan Kessler in right field reeled it on in with this fishing pole, threw it all the way over to Jackson Reeder on second, threw a bullet across the Brixton Steen. They had enough time to clean this field, and he tagged Krogman, so he had a double there on that play, but then he got out. So Krogman following his big base hit. He's back on the mound there for Brookings. The 3 batters due up here for the Expos. Leading off is going to be the designated hitter, number 10, Hunter Larson, followed by the right field, number 25, Ryan Kessler, and then the catcher, number 12, Reese Palmer. So it is the 7, 8, and 9 hitters here for the Expos. All making their first at-bats of the game. Larson comes into the batter's box here. A righty versus a righty. And Krogman straight-legged on the mound. Looking straight ahead, has his call. Pitches in. This one on that top left corner. Call it for ball 1. So the Hard Hats, which they were trailing 1-0 in the second inning, now trailing by 2 here entering the third. Krogman the next pitch. This one is in the cooker here for strike 1. A 1-1 count. So leadoff hitter and Hunter Larson here in the third inning for the Expos. Krogman, the pitch is in. This one down low the strike zone. Low enough to be counted for ball 2. So Larson staying patient here, waiting for one that he can take off and get a really good contact hit. 2-1 is in, up high. Doesn't budge for ball 3. So we have not seen any Expo player get on base here in this game. No walk, no error, no base hit. We will see if Larson will be the first one to do it. Pitch is in. This one is down low. So ball 4. Hunter Larson on a leadoff walk here in this inning. So we will see if Ryan Kesler here will get the first base hit of the game with his teammate on first. Kesler, who's a little bit of a tall guy here, as well as a basketball player at St. Thomas More. So here's Larson with his leadoff of first. And Heinze, the throw comes in, plays it back in the dirt. Using the chest was the Brookings first baseman for preventing that from going back behind him. We saw that happen as it wasn't counted as an error here on the scoreboard. And Kesler, who tried to go for a bunt there, it looked like he went for a swing there, so that's going to be counted for here as a strike. Kesler again looking over here to his coach on the third baseline, gives him a really long sign here with a clap to end it. Has a sign. Larson, who is getting a little bit of a lead there on that last swing. He's going to take off here. Pitches in for a strike. The throw up and over. So a stolen base. Larson tiptoeing closer to third. He's going to decide to hold back. And then that was Noah Lease, who was covering second base, hurdled over his man. He is not Saquon Barkley. So the stolen base there for Hunter Larson, the first now for the Expos in this game. Brookings as well having one. Kesler on the 0-2 count just gets a little piece of it here to keep it for a foul ball and keep him alive here on this at-bat. And on deck for the Expos is the catcher in Reese Palmer. So 0-2 after the DH. And Hunter Larson earned his walk. He went to first, got a stolen base. The 0-2 is in. Kesler swings and misses for strike here, 3 here for the first out in the bottom of the third inning. So that is the third strikeout of the game for Nolan Krogman. And here comes Reese Palmer, the 9th batter in the lineup here for the Expos. The catcher with Larson still on second base. Krogman, he's going to turn back. The throw is in, but the tag won't be in time. So he's in safe off the pickoff attempt. Palmer waiting the first pitch here on this at-bat. Now every Expo has at least had one at-bat in this game. This one turning away here. Gets away from the catcher in Schulte. And that will move Hunter Larson across over to third. So the first pitch just gets a little away. Ball 1 here. So that's the first time that a hard hat base runner has been on base all day. So we'll see if the first can get in to score first. The 1-0 pitch up and high. Palmer turns his back a little bit there. He's going to take nothing of that for ball 2. 2-0 count with 1 away. Krogman the pitch. Up high, ball 3. So Palmer, who is relaxed and has a very cushioning 3-0 count for the 9th batter in the lineup here for the Expos. 1 away. Krogman the step back, lifts the leg, pitches in, up high, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk here. That's going to put the bases, or excuse me, not put bases loaded. That's going to put runners on the corners, and we're going to see our first mound visit of the game for Brookings. So they will meet up in the middle. We go back to the top of the order here. This is Daxton Karn. He is 0 for 1 today. He had a ground out to the second baseman and Noah Lease, with Larson on third and Palmer on first. Reese Palmer, his dad as well, used to be a post-22 player, Bobby Palmer. So Karn, Daxton Karn here, the shortstop, making his second at-bat of the game here, as this is Ben Schulte, the catcher, giving one last call sign here as he's going to fix it up after looking back over towards his dugout here to all of his infielders, with Runners on the corners following 2 walks to Larson and Palmer. This one is in. Palmer taking on to second. He will get a stolen base. So that will put runners on 2 and 3. Also taking that one here for ball 1. So both Hunter Larson and Reese Palmer double dip here, getting each other a stolen base here in this game. Leading again here. 1-0 count with first base open. Krogman the pitch. Down low and outside for ball 2. So the hard hat, excuse me, I apologize for saying the hard hats. Give me some time here to get used to it. The Expos getting a little bit here in the head of this pitcher. And this one will be in here for strike 1. So Krogman putting one down the middle. As Dax and Karn will just relax here a little bit. The 2-1 pitch down low as Schulte blocking that one. Keeping it out in front of him here for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strikes, 1 out, and a 2-0 lead for Brookings in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Here is Krogman. Pitch is in. Swan on a ground ball. Picked up by the first baseman. The throw to home. The tack from Schulte is going to get him. So they look all the way over. So that will just put runners here on the corners. So the Expos, they won't have a runner come in to score. So Larson will be the second out here in the inning after Karn singles. It won't be considered for a base hit. But he got on base somehow or some way. Here is Jackson Reeder 0 for 1 as well, having a ground out here this evening. Krogman the pitch. This is a bunt placed down the third base line. The pickup, the throw to first. He's going to beat it out. Runner taken off to third. No one covers. An RBI bunt single for Mr. Jackson Reeder. And the Expos have the first run of the game. It's 2-1 now. So the Reeders will do Reeder things. And here comes Bridger Karn with his brother Daxton on third. Now Jackson Reeder on first. First pitch here as Reeder takes on to second. The throw is going to be cut off right out in front of him. And that one was in for a strike here, so the 0-1 count. Now that's 3 Expo players here in this game having a stolen base, going for Jackson Reeder, Hunter Larson, and Reese Palmer. And this one is popped up high. This one is up and out of play. And then for a foul ball, hits the concrete, bounces off of the window here, and comes right back down. So 0-2. Reese Palmer, who came in to score the run for the Expos. 2 away here in the bottom of the 3rd with runners on 2 and 3. Here is Krogman, the lift of the leg, pitches in, catches him looking. Strike 3. And that's the 3rd out here in the 3rd inning. So we go to the 4th. Brookings still holding on to their lead, but it's now cut right back down. It's a half. So Krogman will throw his 4th strikeout of the game. He strikes out Bridger Karn after Jackson Reeder getting an RBI bunt single. Pulling in Reese Palmer to score to give them their first here of the game. A new pitcher here on the mound for the Expos. This is number 22, Trevor Schlosser. So he will come in for Reagan Koskin, who had a good start to this game. And then with it slipping just a little bit here Brookings kind of finding the cracks here in this Expos defense. So they're going to try to see if the solution is to find a new pitcher. Leading off for Brookings will be number 4, Baker Hansen, followed by Ben Schulte and Mason Dyers. Those are the 3 batters due up for Brookings, with Schlosser getting one last warm-up pitch. So, getting ready here to pitch in the 4th inning. Brookings up 2-1. This is Baker Hansen 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Schlosser the first pitch. This one down the middle here for strike 1. 0-1 to start off here. Another look down the middle. A quick setup here. Palmer with another call sign. This one comes inside. Trying to pull that one closer here into the middle to be called for a strike 1. Won't budge. That one for ball 1. Schlosser the 1-1. Lifts the leg. Pitches in. Swung on. This is a hard driving foul ball. Almost hitting the windows here. Just a little bit up higher to miss us. So 1-2 on the foul ball there from Hansen. Schlosser the 1-2. Delivers. This one's going to get him off the left hand. So that is going to be a hit by pitch. And it looks like he's going to come back. They say that he leaned on into it. Brookings' third baseman coach is going to come and have a talk here with the home plate umpire. So they're going to keep Hansen here, as their home plate umpire is just showing here what he did. Looks like he was pulling that left arm in closer to have it be hit. Trying to be a smooth criminal. Home plate umpire busts him. He has no get out of jail free card. So 1-2 will still remain the count here, following which we all thought was going to be a hit by pitch, which was called back for a lean on in. 2-2. Schlosser delivers. Swan on. This one is going to be a ground ball that's going to roll foul here on that first base line. That one rolling all the way to the right field, pretty close to Ryan Kessler. 2-2. Schlosser pitches in. This one is outside for ball 3. So full count here to the leadoff batter in the 4th inning for Brookings. Here comes the big pitch from the big man. Catches him looking. Hansen can't believe it. And that's the first out here in the inning after a little bit of a wicked at bat following a hit by pitch that he was called for going on into. But the Expos will take it all day. So Schlosser, first batter he faces there with a backwards K. And the next batter here, this one is Ben Schulte, who had a walk, a stolen base, and a run on his first at-bat. Second pitch he sees, swings and misses. Gets a little bit of it there, but it's going to be counted for as strike 1, so that's going to even it out to 1-1 apiece. Schlosser pitches in. This one inside near the knees, backing up a little bit there is Ben Schulte. Both catchers there in that box, in Palmer and Schulte. 2-1 is in. Turning out away. That one, another close one that could have got him. So that one's going to be for ball 3. That's 2 pretty close pitches there on the last 2 at-bats. That could have been a free ticket to first. One which was revoked. 3-1. Here is Schlosser. The pitch is in. Down the middle for strike 2. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out on the top of the 4th. Expos look to go in this direction with a new pitcher here to try to change the momentum of this game. Pitch is in, down low, ball 4. So we will see our first base runner here of the inning getting his second walk of the game for Ben Schulte. So here is Mason Dyers, the third baseman, 0 for 1 today with a walk as well. We'll see if Schulte will add for his second stolen base of the game. Schlosser looking over there, his left shoulder. For the big tall man on the mound for the Expos. The quick throw over to first. Turnquist makes the catch. And he tags him, but not in time, so he's going to be safe on the pickoff attempt. Dyer's the third baseman, awaiting his first pitch of this at-bat. Here is Schlosser. This one's in. Down low for ball one. A 1-0 count. A quick reset here for Schlosser on the mound. He gets the ball right back. Doesn't think about it too much. And he's right back into this game, looking to pull him for his next call, as this one is going to be in here for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away with the runner on first here in the 4th inning. It's been already a crazy start here to this State Reserve Tournament here for post-22 Expos. Schlosser, a quick turn away. That one the throw to first, pulling Turnquist off of the bag on first. He still made the catch, but wasn't in very close enough in the proximity there of Schulte to tag him. So 1-1 pitch comes away here to Dyers. Schlosser, this one up high. Palmer sits on it. It's going to be in for strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes here for Dyers. Schulte off of first base with a good old lead. Turnquist eye on the ball like a hawk. Next pitch is in. In for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Brookings having a 2-1 lead. They've held the lead here for this entire game. This is our final game of the first day here of this tournament. And this will be the 5th pitch of this at-bat. This one is going to drop in down low for ball 3. So it's just a full count matter here in this inning for the batters of Brookings and for Trevor Schlosser on the mound for post-22 Expos. The 3-2 pitch is in, swung on miss, strike 3, and that's the second out here in the inning. So 2 away, gets his second strikeout already. And here comes Dixon Daver, 0 for 1 today with the fielder's choice. He was the reason why Brookings got on the board here first in this game. He pulled in Parker Whitty to score, or excuse me, Ben Schulte. So the throw again there over to first. Won't be in time on the pickoff attempt. And for Daver, he's the 7th batter in the lineup for Brookings. First pitch he sees. This is a ground ball. Line drive caught by Jackson Reeder. Makes it look very easy. And that is the 3rd and final out here of the inning. Of the top of the 4th inning. So we will go into the bottom of the 4th. Brookings up 2-1. So Trevor Schlosser, 2 strikeouts in the first inning. He pitched. We will still see Nolan Krogman here on the mound for Brookings. And so tonight, with this game against Brookings, tomorrow at 7:30, all the games here for the Expos are played at 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time. They'll take on Brandon Valley post 131 tomorrow. On Saturday at 7:30, they will take on the post 320 Shooters. And it is to be determined on Sunday, as that is Championship Sunday. It all depends on how the teams finish. There is 2 different divisions here in this tournament. There's the Stars and the Stripes. In the Stars, it is the post-22 Expos, Brookings post-74, the post-320 Shooters in Brandon Valley, post-131, and in the Stripes, it is Renner post-307 Kings, Yankton post-12, Aberdeen post-24, and the Renner post-307 Sultans. So here is Hudson Ogle, the left fielder. He will lead off here in the bottom of the 4th inning for the Expos. 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. So Krogman will look down the middle. Here is the first pitch, as Ogle being aggressive here gets a swing onto it, but it'll foul off here into the netting for the 0-1 start. On deck, Regan Turnquist, followed by Brixton Steen. Those are the three batters here in the bottom of the fourth for the Expos. 0-1 following the foul ball. Here is Krogman. The pitch is in. Breaker ball that comes inside is for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ogle, a left-handed batter who also catches with his right hand. 1-1 pitch. This one comes in. This is going to be a ground ball. Stays fair on that first base line. Right back there to Heinze, the first baseman. And he'll run that one all the way over, back over to first base. So that's the first out here in the bottom of the fourth, following the ground out from Ogle. Here comes Regan Turnquist, the Expos first baseman this evening. He had a fly out into right field in his first at-bat, being 0 for 1 today. First one he sees. This one is in down low for ball one. 1-0 count. Krogman having 2 strikeouts in the second and third inning, having 4 total in this game. This one is a whistler that comes on the foul ball. Scared me a little bit. That one hitting the netting and for a foul. So 1-1 count for Regan Turnquist. There's been a few close calls here with some foul balls coming towards us here in the booth. 1-1. Here is Krogman. Right-hander, a breaker ball. This one a hard liner. This one's going to go foul on that third base line. So this will go 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Krogman awaits here to get a new ball. Also checking on to see if his left fielder is ready to go here as he was running towards that foul ball. And now he's back into position. The 1-2 count with the Brookings coach telling his outfielders to back up and move the way he wants them. The 1-2 count with 1 away. Here comes the pitch. This one outside, ball 2. Turnquist, a good take there outside. Good eye, and on deck is Brixton Steen here for the Expos. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nolan Krogman, the right-handed starting pitcher, all the way here in the bottom of the fourth for Brookings. This one is outside again. So Regan Turnquist will see full count here in the bottom of the fourth. A 3-2 count. Pitches in, swung on miss, strike 3. And that's the second out here in this inning. So Krogman gets his 5th K of the game. This pulls in the third and final out here in the bottom of the fourth. Brixton Steen 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Him and Krogman a little familiar with each other. This one's going to go through the wickets here of Ben Schulte, the catcher, right through his 5-hole here for ball 1. Krogman will be dished here with the new ball. So with 2 outs now in the bottom of the fourth after scoring their first run of the game in the third. Here is the next pitch here. This one is taken on that top left corner for ball 2 here by Brixton Steen. Back in the batter's box with his older brother Dexter Steen on the hard hats. The 2-0 pitch. This one is going to be a little bit down low as Schulte can't believe that wasn't called for strike 1. But Brixton Steen happy it's called for ball 3. 3-0 count for Steen here with 2 away. Krogman, the windup pitch is up and away, so that's a 4-pitch walk here to Brixton Steen. Doesn't get any easier than that. So that is the second walk allowed third walk of the game allowed here by Nolan Krogman. So here comes Hunter Larson, the designated hitter who was walked on his first at-bat of the game. He was also the first player that the Expos had on base. Krogman, the first one here. This one is coming in to be for strike 1. So an 0-1 start. A look over to the third base coach. Larson back into the batter's box here. Krogman delivers. This one's going to hit the back of the hard hat. Good thing they wear those. So that's going to be our first hit by pitch of the game. So that's going to move Steen over to second. Now puts Larson here on a first. So this now will be Ryan Kessler, who made a really good play earlier in the game defensively. A hard hit ball from Krogman on his second at-bat of the game, all the way into right field. Kessler threw it all the way over to Jackson Reeder on second. and then back over to third there for Steen to get him out. So first pitch here on the second at-bat to Ryan Kesler. Runners on 1 and 2, as this will be a swing and a miss here for strike one. 0-1 count. Krogman receives the ball right back here on the mound. As they have a runner, or they have Heinze off of the bag on first. This one comes up high, evens it out here for Kesler on a 1-1 count. 2 away. 2-1 still the score in favor of Brookings here in the bottom of the fourth. A look back to Brooks and Steen on second. Pitch is in. Kesler stands back on this one, taken down the middle here for strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Following Steen, who got a walk, and then Hunter Larson, who was hit by pitch. 1-2, inside, catches, Kesler looking, and that is the third out here in the fourth inning. So we go to the fifth. Brookings still has this lead since the second inning of play. So Kesler will go 0 for 2 with strikeouts. And I'm Nolan Krogman getting his 6th K of the game. So we will still see number 22, Trevor Schlosser, here on the mound for post 22 after throwing 2 strikeouts back in that fourth inning, the first inning that he pitched. So the 3 batters due up here for Brookings will be number 5, Andrew Heinze, followed by Parker Whitty, and then Jude Mendering. So about halfway here through this first game of the State Reserve Tournament for the post-22 Expos. They look to try to fight this one through. They haven't had the lead here so far in this game. It was 2-0 at the start of the third inning. And then post-22 getting their first run in the bottom of the third. So Heinze here 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Waiting for his call. So he will get it. Schlosser, the first pitch here of the fifth inning. And this one's going to come inside. That one for ball 1. First pitch for ball 1. Has it set up. His second one is in. This one for strike 1. So he makes up after the first pitch. Here with a strike. Second one on a foul tip here. 1-2. As Whitty getting this foul ball up and over out of the way. And the scoreboard to left field reads no base hits, no errors here so far in this game. This one's going to come in close there. Almost getting a piece of that player there on this left leg. So that one taken for ball 2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Schlosser delivers inside. Copy and paste pitch again. Ball 3. Full count here on the first at-bat of this fifth inning. Lift the leg. Pitch is in. Swan on. This one is up and in the air. This one towards foul territory. That one is Turnquist making the catch here. So that will be the first out here in this inning. It's a little help there from his first baseman. And now this will pull in Parker Whitty. Whitty today, who reached on second with an error, and he also has a run. First pitch here that Schlosser will give to him comes down low for ball 1. 1-0 count. Next pitch is in. Down low in the strike zone. This one for strike 1. 1-1 count has cooled off a lot here in Rapid City. This pitch in for strike 2. The 1-2. Down low. 2-2 even. 68 degrees outside. At the start of this game, it was about 71. 2-2, Schlosser, this one, line drive, caught by Steen, does it on one knee. And that's 2 away here in this fifth inning. That's the second line drive that they have done. There was a line drive by Dixon Naver which is caught by Jackson Reeder. And then now Parker Whitty here on a line drive, which is caught by Steen. Now we go back to the top of the order. This is Jude Menderine, 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a sac bunt. And Schlosser will put this one down into the turf, plays a little bit of a bounce, and goes out of the way, but Reese Palmer getting his catcher's mitt all the way across to get it into his glove. 1-0 count. Here is the next pitch. This swung on a hard ground ball picked up by Brixton Steen. Throws it to first. The stretch made by Turnquist, and he will make the catch. And that is the third out. So Brookings, that's the first time that their first 3 batters have gone 1-2-3 since the start of this game. So Menderine 0 for 3. Steen making back-to-back plays on that line drive and then the ground out. Bottom of the 5th, down by 1, the Expos. And a final score between the Atlanta Braves and the Cincinnati Reds. It went to extra innings. Done in the 10th, the Braves winning 12-11. And the Rangers and Mariners currently in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Those are the only 3 games going on today, with tomorrow having almost pretty much every team in the league playing. Braves and Reds go at it again. And we see Orioles versus Cubs, Tigers versus Phillies. It'll be interesting to see who the Phillies, if they will play Johan Duran with his first game since being traded from the Twins. Brewers versus Nationals, Royals, Blue Jays, Astros, Red Sox, Giants, Mets, Twins, Guardians, Yankees, Marlins, Dodgers, Rays, Pirates, Rockies, White Sox, Angels, Rangers, Mariners, D-backs, Athletics, and the Cardinals and the Padres are all on the schedule tomorrow. If you're looking to watch some MLB baseball, or tomorrow at 7:30, you can watch some Post 22 Expo as they play against the Brandon Valley Post 131. So leadoff hitter here for the Expos. This is Reese Palmer. Krogman, the first pitch here, as he gets a little contact with it. This one he's going to foul it up and over here to the right side. So an 0-1 start. Palmer today, as he had a walk, a stolen base and a run as well on his first at-bat. The second pitch he sees, this one comes in close. So he sits evenly with 1 ball and 1 strike. Krogman now he's got 4 full innings pitched here in this game. This could be his 5th. And here is the next pitch. This one is going to come in a little bit down. And 1-4, ball 2. A 2-1 count with no outs. Nolan Krogman back on the mound. Looks down the middle. Reese Palmer waiting here for his next call. Here comes the pitch. He lays back off it. And that one for ball 3. As the Expos dugout giving him a little bit of some confidence here with the clapping and cheering. This is 3 balls, 1 strike. Krogman here, who took a second off of the mound, trying to collect himself. He has walked 3 batters in this game, having 6 strikeouts. Pitches in, this one down low. Palmer knows it's ball 4, and that's the second time he has been walked in this game. So a leadoff walk here. This could be in the right direction that the Expos need. So here is Daxton Kahn getting settled on in, having a ground out and a single on an error. Pitch is in. Palmer takes off to second. The throw is in. The tag, not in time. So Palmer is going to be safe on a close call. No release on the tag. Just won't be in, as Karn Olsen taking that one for a strike. So that's the second stolen base of the game here today for Expos catcher and Reese Palmer. 0-1 here for the Expos shortstop and Daxton Karn. Krogman lifts up his leg and then decides to take the step here off the mound while intimidating here Palmer on second. 0-1 count. Krogman another look back over. Hands one off. Breaker ball up high. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Looks down the middle. Karn, who patiently awaits. Palmer tiptoeing closer and closer here to third. Pitches in. This one's put on the ground. Picked up here by the shortstop at Hansen. Throws it across. That one's caught here for the ground out. So that's the first out here in the inning. That will also move Reese Palmer over to third. He is the only run that the Hardhats have today. So Karn, his second ground out of the game. Here is Jackson Reeder, 1 for 2 today. A ground out to the shortstop and an RBI bunt single, as well having a stolen base. Krogan, the first pitch he gives off to Reeder. Hard hit ball. This one up in the air into the left center gap. Center fielder is under, makes the catch. Palmer tags up from third, and he comes in to score. We are in a tie ball game. It is 2-2 on the sac fly from Jackson Reeder. So this is the first time we have been tied since 0-0 in this game. So Bridger Karn comes in 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. Krogman pitches in. This one is up and high on a whistler for ball 1. So the Expos, they fight back hard enough to make this a 2-2 game. This second pitch, just a little bit on that outside box for ball 2. 2-0 is the count with 2 away in the bottom of the 5th. Nolan Krogman swung and missed here by Karn for strike 1. Bridger Karn playing center field this evening for post 22. Next pitch he sees, this one is a foul ball. So this will go with 2-2 with 2 outs. Nolan Krogman, one more pitch here, and we could possibly see his night come to an end. As this is Bridger Karn. This pitch is in, swung on and missed for strike 3. So that will do it for the 5th inning. We go to the 6th, and we are in a whole new ball game, folks. It is a tied 2-2 game between Brookings and the post 22 Expos. So for Nolan Krogman, that is his 7th strikeout of the game. And we will see a new pitcher on the mound here for the post 22 Hardhats, or Expos. So the new pitcher on the mound here, number 40, Braden Strapert, after Trevor Schlosser had 2 innings in the 4th and 5th. So this is the 3rd newest pitcher here for the Hardhats in this game. So they're just going to kind of change the tune, try to get a little bit of a new lead after they have tied this game a score of 2-2. Leading off for Brookings is going to be number 2, Nolan Krogman. So they all meet up in the middle here to say something to Strapert, who makes his first appearance here at the State Reserve Tournament on the mound. He was also another player of the U18 team. Went to most of the tournaments as well to the Salt Lake tournament, which was the U18's last one. Strapert, the first pitch here of the game, puts this one down the cooker for strike 1, putting a little bit of a steam with it and some freshly cracked pepper. 0-1 count. His next one. This one is going to be dropped out of the glove by Palmer, and ball 1 is the call. Strapert, a right-hander throw. We are still we have still not seen a lefty. This pitch is up and high and inside. For ball 2, as this is Braden Stapert. Pitch drops in a little low. This one is in for a strike. 2-2 now. No outs. Leadoff hitter is Nolan Krogman, who has pitched 5 innings for Brookings. This one down low and outside. Full count. We also saw this happen in the last inning. 3-2, top of the 6th. Here is Stapert. Pitches in. This one outside for ball 4. Reese Palmer, who thought it was going to be for strike 3, and he thought differently, so that's the first walk. And the first batter that Stapert sees here in this game, and he will walk Krogman. So the next batter here up next for Brookings is number 6, Noah Lease. The second baseman 0 for 2 today with a ground out and a pop fly into left field. So the run on first. Another lefty batter here. He's going to place this bunt on down. Stapert picks it up with the bare hand, throws it over to first on the sacrifice bunt. First out here of the inning. Moves Krogman across over to second. Baker Hansen here now up to the batter's box. 0 for 2 today here for the Brookings shortstop with 2 strikeouts. With Krogman on second now after moving along on the sac bunt. Here is Stapert. First pitch he sees. This one is going for a foul ball. This one into the crowd for an 0-1 count. So he will be handed a new ball here after that one goes up and out of play. This is Lease, the third batter in this lineup for Brookings. Here's the pitch. This one is down the middle that one is in for ball 1. So 1-1 count here, an even call in a 2-2 game after the Expos tied it in the 5th inning. After they were down 2-0 since the 3rd inning. Pitches in. This is going to be a ground ball. It's going to go foul here on the third base line. So 1-2 will follow here for Noah Lease. Had a strange at-bat in this game. Went for a hit by pitch and then just got called back as he leaned on into it. And then had a pop fly into left field. That was a little bit of a crazy series of events. So 1-2 here. Braden Stapert, as he will rock that right arm back and forth, lifts the leg, a big old leg kick up and high and away for ball 2. 2-2 count, trying to get a little bit of something here out of his system, as that was something he did not intend to do. Up and high, trying to put that one a little bit down lower there on that breaker ball. So this is a 2-ball, 2-strike count with 1 away. Following the sac bunt, a quick time called here at the plate. And on second there is Nolan Krogman, as he got on following a leadoff walk after a long battle with him and Stapert. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Top of the 6th. Pitches in, swung on, foul ball. That one right into his own dugout there into Brookings. Hope everyone's all right. So 2-2. I'm sure Elise will get some crap about that when he comes back. So 2-2 after that one's going to get thrown here to the man on deck and Ben Schulte. Krogman on second has his lead. Swung on, missed. And that will be for strike 3. And that's going to be the second out here in the inning for Braden Stapert. His first K of the day. So Hansen goes 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Here comes Ben Schulte. He has 2 walks on this game with 1 run and a stolen base here for Brookings catcher. We'll see if Stapert has a little bit of that magic to work here to give him a strikeout. First pitch he offers to him. This one is just going to come in for ball 1. That one dropped it a little bit down low. Krogman with the big old lead there with Daxton Karn, the shortstop, right behind him. Here's the 1-0. Leg kick is up. This one is high for ball 2. Staper making his first inning appearance here in the 6th inning after we saw Reagan Koskin start this game as he pitched 4 innings. And then we saw Trevor Schlosser in the 4th and 5th. And now Staper here. We'll see if we might see a new one in the 7th. Who knows? 2-0 count. Pitch is down low into the turf. This one as Reese Palmer and would try to put it back into his throwing hand to kind of miss it a little bit. So that will be for ball 3. 3-0 count with 2 away. Staper making sure that he has his feet where he wants them here on the mound. He looks down the middle. This is Schulte looking for his 3rd walk of the game with 2 outs. And a step here off the mound by Staper, trying to see if Krogman was going to take off to 3rd. Back in the box comes Schulte with Mason Dyers on deck if they get to him with 3-0 count with 2 away. Staper, the pitch is up and high, so that will be the 3rd time he will be walked today. And Palmer will have a talk here with Staper on the mound. This will now pull up Mason Dyers. He is 0 for 2 today with a walk and a strikeout. Expos having 2 base hits in this game, with Brookings having 1. Expos as well having 2 errors. So with runners on 1st and 2nd for Brookings, as that is the most that both of these teams have had on today. They have not had bases loaded here so far yet. Here is Braden Staper, pitches in, swung on a miss for strike 1 here to Mason Dyers, the 3rd baseman, for an 0-1 start. So after him and Palmer talked some things out, trying to calm him down after walking Schulte for the 3rd time here in this game, we'll see if this response will kick on in. 0-1, Staper's pitch. This one got a little piece of it here. This can be for a foul ball. Dribbles all the way towards the backstop here for an 0-2 count. One more strike away to putting the top of the 6th inning away. Dyer steps back in the box here. Home plate umpire points right away here at Staper on the mound. Gets his call from Palmer. Looks to Krogman here on to 2nd. Pitch comes. Breaker ball. Catches him looking. Strike 3. And that's his 2nd strikeout of the game here in the 6th inning. So the Expos keep their options open. And a score of 2-2 entering the bottom of the 2nd. After having 2 batters still left on. And Nolan Krogman, who had a leadoff walk in this inning, and then as well as Ben Schulte. So we'll see if Krogman will remain as the pitcher here for the start of the 6th for Brookings. As the Expos offense here getting a talk from their coach. They try to get those players all pumped up and ready to go. So it looks like we will still see Nolan Krogman here. He will still be the pitcher on the mound for Brookings post 74. He has pitched 5 full innings in this game, having 7 strikeouts. We'll see if Brookings wants to keep him in this game. We don't see any action yet here in their bullpen, as well as none happening for the Expos. Hardats, who had some hot bats when Reese Palmer gets on base. He's been walked a total of 2 times here in this game, and both times scoring the 2 runs for the Expos. So Krogman, who has signaled one last warm-up pitch here, and the leadoff hitter is going to be number 31, Hudson Ogle. So Hudson Ogle, the Expos left fielder, 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a groundout. Krogman in the first pitch here in the bottom of the 6th. Had a little bit of a pause. This one's going to come in down low, so he will start off ball 1. Waits here. Krogman is next offering. This is swung on. This one is pop fly. No communication. That will be a base hit and a single for Hudson Ogle. One of the easiest base hits he might see in his baseball career, as it was the second baseman of Noah Lace and Baker Hanson, the shortstop. They were both cutting in front of each other at the exact same time. No one said who was going to get it. And Ogle here is going to be on first following it. So here is Reagan Turnquist, 0 for 2 today with a flyout and a strikeout on the first pitch that he sees here, as this is going to be in for a 0-1 start. A little bit of, he disagrees here at the plate. So he waits here on an 0-1 count. We'll see if they try to move Ogle to second, as that's what they've done with the majority of runners on first base here by both teams in this game, trying to get him a little closer to third base. On that pickoff attempt there, Ogle back in safe. Here is Krogman on the mound, delivers this pitch. Foul ball by Turnquist, up and out of play. 0-2. 2 pitches that he has seen here on his third at-bat of this game for the Expos first baseman. And then on deck next is Brixton Steen. So the second hitter here in the bottom of the 6th. Krogman delivers. Turnquist, a ground ball up the chute. This one to the second baseman. The throw to first, and that's a double play. So that will be 2 outs here in the 6th. That was a 6-4-3 double play. So the Hard Hats, or excuse me, Expos, they got to find something here. Here is Brixton Steen, 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a walk. First pitch, up and away, ball 1. He was also taking a little bit of a step back in the mix as well. 1-0. For the lefty hitting third baseman, Krogman delivers. Steen puts this one here on the ground. This one to the first baseman. Underhand scoops into Krogman, and he will tag it out. So following the 4-6-3 double play, and Brixton Steen here on the ground out to the first baseman. That's 1-2-3. 3 outs here in the 6th. So we go to the final inning in the 7th. If not, then we'll go to the extra innings if need be. So we will still see Braden Staper to kick off the 7th. Staper, who threw for 2 strikeouts in his first inning pitched of this game. So the leadoff hitters here for Brookings are going to be number 10, Dixon Daver, number 5, Andrew Heinze, and number 7, Parker Whitty. Those are the 7, 8, and 9 hitters in the lineup for Brookings. And Reese Palmer, who has pretty much been the player of the game here so far for Post 22, scoring both of the runs for the Expos. As the only base hit today belonging to Jackson Reeder, following on his bunt single, which also brought in Palmer. So here comes Daver. He is 0 for 2 today with a fielder's choice and a line drive to Reeder. So here are the Expos all made up in the middle. They will tap on the helmets here, as they don't wear hard hats here in the field. So they're getting set, ready for the start of the 7th inning. This is Daver, the left fielder. Staper at the first pitch in the 7th. This one is going to come up high for ball 1. So pretty much Brookings had a little bit of that spark at the start of the game, and now the Expos have transferred that here as they have had the spark here in the later part of this game. Next pitch that he delivers, this will be swung on a miss for strike one. So 1-1 count for Dixon Daver, the left fielder for Brookings. Looks down the middle with the glove over the hand. Pitches in the breaker ball. That one had him on a great pitch for strike two. Daver, who turned the outside way, thought that was going to come in a little bit closer to hit him. Great pitch from Braden Staper. 1-2 count here. Righty delivers. Swan on. This one is going to go for a foul ball. Brixton Steen. He's going to stick on with it the entire time. Another trade that happened here in the MLB is Shane Bieber, the pitcher who was the pitcher for the Cleveland Guardians, was traded to the Toronto Blue Jays. So here's the 1-2 count. Staper delivers. This one down low. That one, another close, tight call, ball two. Reese Palmer thought that was going to be counted there, as a little bit of some frustration showing from the Expos dugout. Big old leg kick. This one jolts on inside, ball three. So full count. That's happened the third time here on the first at-bat in the last 3 innings. Just gives a little bit of a story plot here to start off the inning. The 3-2. Staper swung on. That one again takes the bounce off of the netting. This one's just going to roll back to Braden Staper. He doesn't have to request here for a new ball, so this is a 3-2 count following the foul from Daver. Right-hander hurls one in. Swung on and missed. Strike three. First out here in the top of the 7th. 2 more to go. So here is the first baseman, number 5, Andrew Heinze. He is 0 for 2, a strikeout on that pop foul, which was caught by Regan Turnquist, the first baseman. First pitch here, that's just swung on a miss on a pitch that came in down low for an 0-1 start. Heinze, the first baseman. Staper, the pitcher, delivers. This dropped a little bit, in for strike 2. 2 pitches in for 2 strikes. As he gets positioned here and settled on the mound. The 0-2 windup comes. This one down low. Ball 1. Another little bit of a late call there. And it's Palmer who kind of holds it to see what's going to be. And then you get the opposite what you want. 1-2. Gets him looking. Strike 3. That's the second out here in the inning on back-to-back strikeouts for Braden Staper. So this is Parker Whitty. He reached to second off an error and had a line drive to Steen on third on his last at-bat. With 1 more out here for Brookings. Staper, the first pitch here, swung on a miss for strike 1. Brookings being a little bit aggressive here in this 7th inning, trying to get some guys here on base after they finished the last inning with 2 aboard. Here's the next one by Staper, in for strike 2. 2 pitches, 2 strikes, just like the last at-bat. Looking to go for 1 more strike here and putting this one out and away here, possibly for the rest of the night. This one takes a bounce here off the turf for ball 1, and also getting a little piece there of the glove and the paraphernalia off of Palmer, and straight back out. As he resettles here on the mound, has his windup. Kicks the leg, swung on. This one is into right field. Ryan Kesler is under it and makes the catch for the 3rd out here in the final out in the top of the 7th inning. Post 22, all they need to do is get 1 more final run in this game, and they could possibly walk it off and win the first game here of the State Reserve Tournament. And this has been a very, very good game, and the final game of the first day. So making another appearance here, this is Nolan Krogman. So he has started the game for Brookings, and they want him here to possibly finish it. So with possibly Hard Hats with a little bit of a fatigued arm on the mound for Brookings. This could be a good thing here for them. And then it'll be Hunter Larson, Ryan Kessler, and Reese Palmer. Those three guys are the three due up. And those three guys, they have been some difference makers here already in this game, especially here for the Expos catcher in Reese Palmer. So here is Hunter Larson. Walk and a hit by pitch today with also a stolen base. Krogan has a thumbs up here to throw the first pitch in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch comes in, and this one will be in for a strike as Larson hesitated a little bit. He didn't know if he wanted to take it. He didn't want to know if he wanted to stay or go. 0-1 pitch. Krogan delivers. Larson gets a piece of it. He's going to foul this one off. This one dribbles on back here for an 0-2 start. 2 pitches in, 2 strikes in the bottom of the 7th. This is the DH, Hunter Larson, 7th in the order for the Expos. Krogman, pitch, swung on, ground ball, picked up by the second baseman. Elise throws it over to first, and that's 1 out here already. So 1 away. Larson, the first time that he has made contact with the ball after he was walked and unfortunately took a hit by pitch. So here is Ryan Kessler. He is 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. As this one is going to be in for a strike, so we actually have a new batter. This is Tayton Giddings, number 23. Comes in for Ryan Kessler, and the next pitch he sees here, this one will be taken outside for ball 1. So 1-1 count for Giddings. Comes into the box here. Palmer on deck with 1 out. Out of the 7th. Krogman, Giddings, nice contact. This one going to the gap to the right center, and it's going to be snagged on. As that was Jude Mendering, the center fielder, who's going to get a good catch. And that's the 2nd out here in the bottom of the 7th. So 1 more out here to go. This is Reese Palmer. He has had 2 walks today, 2 runs, and 2 stolen bases. Krogman, first pitch that he will offer. This one is going to be up high for ball 1. 1-0. Both teams having 1 hit. Here's the next pitch. This one will go to a 1-1. Reese Palmer is the last opportunity here in the 7th inning to have a walk-off chance here with facing 2 outs. Unless if he gets on base, as Krogman will step off. Lifts the leg. Here comes the next one. This one down into the turf for ball 2. Schulte playing the bounce as well behind the plate as the catcher. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Krogman, Palmer swings and misses for strike 2. 1 more strike away here to going into extra innings in Game 1 of the State Reserve Tournament for the Post-22 Expos. 2-2, down to the dirt. Ball 3, full count. Full count. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th in a 2-2 game. Here is Krogman on the mound. Pitch comes. That one is going to be the 3rd time that Reese Palmer will be walked. So here comes Daxton Karn onto the mound, or excuse me, onto the plate. 2 groundouts today and a single off an error. We'll see if Reese Palmer will get his 3rd stolen base of the game. Krogman making sure he's got a good look of him in the corner of his eye. Pitch comes. Lays back here as Karn. He will take that one for ball one. 1-0. Krogman, who has been taking a little bit of a step here off the mound, trying to recollect his thoughts here. Palmer slides back into first off the pickoff attempt. 1-0. Here to Daxton Karn. Pitches in. Palmer taking off. The throw by Schulte down into the turf. In safe on the stolen base. So Rayce Palmer goes from first to second. Karn facing a 1-1 count. For the Expos shortstop, with the Expos catcher on second, who has had the only 2 runs of the game for the Expos. This pitch comes up high, ball 2. It is very crucial that the Expos just take walks, or if they get a base hit here, it gets through, and they have Palmer coming to score, who has some unreal speed. 2-1 pitch. This one's taken down low. Palmer takes off to third. This one's going to squeak away. Palmer gets back up. He's running from third. The throw comes on it. He gets him. Oh, my goodness. He is caught stealing. We will go to 8 innings. Brookings, it is the catcher in Ben Schulte who gets the tag. Unbelievable. After Palmer takes off to steal third, no one covered. The throw came a little over. And then now they get him caught stealing. So I'll take one short break here on Hardhats TV. We'll be back for the start of the 8th inning. All right, we're back and ready to go here to start the 8th inning after a wild way to finish off the 7th after getting caught stealing or trying to come home. And Ben Schulte, who's going to get him out. So it's still going to be Staper here on the mound for the Expos. So this is Jude Mendering. This will be his 4th at bat of the game. 0 for 3 today with a strikeout, sac bunt, and a groundout. Staper, first offering, it's going to hit him. That's a hit by pitch. Right on the back of the elbow. Possibly hitting the funny bone. So first pitch and a leadoff hit by pitch. Mendering gets on board. So this will pull in Nolan Krogman, who has pitched 7 full innings for Brookings. He gets a little bit of some luck there with his catcher. So they're checking up with him on first, giving him a little bit of a breather. Taking baseballs is not easy, and it's not fun. Krogman having a pop fly to left field, a double and a walk. He has the only base hit for Brookings today. Steen's going to come in so close here on that bunch show as Staper decided he was going to take the step there off of the mound. And that quick throw over to first He's going to be in safe there on the pickoff attempt. Krogman hasn't seen a pitch here on this at-bat after it was a first pitch, hit by pitch, here in the top of the 8th inning. This one's going to come in down low. That's ball one. 1-0 count. Braden Staper has his call. Looks across after Krogman just steps in right in the right time. Runner's going to take off to second. Pitches in down low. Palmer the throw to second. Reeder makes the catch. He gets him! He stepped off of the bag. Reeder noticed it. He tags him. That's the first out as he gets caught stealing. And Jude Mandarin and Jackson Reeder is very fired up. So a 2-0 count here now for Nolan Krogman. So they pull one runner off, which is good news for the Expos. 2-2. Here is Staper. Pitches inside for ball three. As this one is off the glove, it is going to roll back here. With no runners on base, they don't need to worry. Staper trying not to have a 4-pitch walk here on this Krogman. Pitch will be in for ball four. So following a hit by pitch here and a walk, they have a runner right back on first. Here is Noah Lease, the second baseman, 0 for 3. A ground out, a pop fly, and a sac bunt for the lefty hitting second baseman. Staper first pitch. This one's going to come on in for strike one. So he didn't throw a strike there on a Krogman. First pitch he sees here with Lease puts one in to the strike zone. Has his call. Strains up. Quick throw over to first. Turnquist makes his catch. And they will be safe there on that pickoff attempt. Oh, 1. Here is Staper. Another try here over to first. In safe. So the Hard Hats, when they get back into the bottom of the 8th, they will still have Daxton Karn as this pickoff attempt. So close. 3 in a row. Turnquist had the tag. And the umpire in the infield said no. And the crowd reaction knew it was out as well. 0-1. Pitch is going to be for a foul ball here. On that little check swing there from Lease. It's a little pop with it. 0-2 count with one away. Krogman returns back here onto first base. Staper. Right arm dangling down low. Another try over to first. He slides in safe. Up and away. Here is Staper. Pitch is in. Up and high to the outside for the first ball here on this count. 1-2. With one out on the top of the 8th after the Expos tied this one in the 6th inning. Coming so close to the bottom of the 7th. And a time called here by Lease at the box. There's been a pretty long at-bat here with a few attempts on the pickoff there on the first. So 1-2. Staper quickly to first. Turnquist makes his catch. And the tag there, as in the MLB, you have a few times. You can only have two pickoffs in a row here in American Legion baseball. You can have as many as you want. 1-2 turns into 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Noah Lease. As he has not gone on base here yet today. 2-2 is delivered. Up high for ball 3. So full count after Stapert walked Nolan Krogman on a 4-pitch walk here. Looking for his first K of this inning. He has 4 so far in the game, starting in the 6th inning. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Delivers up and away. Runner takes off the second, but it won't matter. So back-to-back walks, and we are going to see a mound visit from the Expos. So Brookings has 1 and 2 here. When it's playoff baseball, it matters the most. So we'll see if they make a pitching change or not. Looks like it's just going to be a talk here to try to calm down Stapert. Following a leadoff hit by pitch and then back-to-back walks to Krogman and Lease. The next batter is going to be Baker Hansen. He has 3 strikeouts today on all 3 of his at-bats. So, with 1 out, 2. And Brookings has not scored since the top of the 3rd inning. So they have gone 5 innings scoreless since. We'll see if they will change that here. So, following a little bit of a long mound visit here, a lot of things to talk about in a short amount of time. Here comes Baker Hansen, the shortstop, in the cleanup spot. 3 strikeouts today. Krogman on second and Elise on first. Here is Stapert. Full Cy on second. First pitch is in. Down low inside for ball 1. And Brookings, and with some fireworks going on here in the background. A little interesting. It's July 31st, the last day of July. Interesting. 1-0 count here. Stapert. Brookings is going to jump on any chance if this ball moves away. This is going to be a hard ground ball by Baker. Picked up here. 1-2. 2-1. That's a 6-4-3 double play. And that's going to finish the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th on a 6-4-3 double play. That's the first here of the game for the Expos. We saw one happen for Brookings earlier in this game. So this game is for sure one to watch. I hope you have some popcorn with you, because this game is only getting better here to this point. So bottom of the 8th, if the Hard Hats get a single run, they will walk off and win the first game here of this State Reserve Tournament. And we will see if Nolan Krogman, I've said this the last 2 or 3 times that he has come back out. He has started this game. I wonder if they want him to finish it. If Brookings wants to have a chance to win this game, they might want to consider putting in a new arm, a fresh one, trying to give their offense here a little bit of a chance. And they're going to keep rolling here with Nolan Krogman. 2-2 count. We'll see what his pitch count is up to today. So he will be the man on the mound. We will still resume with Daxton Karn at bat, and then we'll go to Jackson Reeder and then Bridger Karn. Those are the 3 first batters here to start the bottom of the 8th. And Jackson Reeder, who has had a little bit of a taste of the Hard Hats this season, and he has shown that he can be a little clutch in these moments, as Wyatt Reeder on the Hard Hats has well. Karn, the shortstop. 2 groundouts and a single on an error. Krogman, the first pitch in the bottom of the 8th. This one's going to come in down low. Excuse me, for ball 1. And we saw earlier in this game, the strategy that the Expos used was get on base, steal, and try to work your way all around the world, all around the bases trying to come back home. So this is now a 2-0 count here for Daxton Karn. Krogan is wind up, pitch release. This one is inside, or excuse me, for a strike here for a 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Leadoff hitter in the 8th. Has a step back, pitches in. This is a ground ball. This one goes in the middle. So that is the second base hit of the game for the Expos on a Daxton Karn single. So here comes danger. This is Jackson Reeder. He has a ground out, a sac fly, an RBI bunt single today for the lefty hitting second baseman. Following Daxton Karn going up the chute there on second. Here is Krogman, the first delivery to Jackson Reeder. This one had a drop and it was in the strike zone for strike 1. So 0-1. Reeder will stay patient on the first few pitches that he sees. 0-1. Krogman knows he has Karn behind him. This one on a bunt. This one's going to go for a foul here by Reeder. So that bunt try will come to an end here with that one going for a foul. That will just be for an out. 0-2. Second base runner, or second batter here in the bottom of the 8th with Karn on first. Krogman holds in his position, has a quick peek over to first. Here's his pitch up high. Reeder, a nice hit, hard ball. This one into center field. It's going to get caught. So that's a fly out, and that's one away. Keeps Karn on to first. So we will see a pitching change for Brookings. Nolan Krogman comes out. 8.1 innings pitched in this game. Unbelievable. He's allowed 2 hits, 2 runs against. We will see who they are going to roll in with. So they are going to put number 4, Baker Hanson, in.
Now pitching for Brookings, right-hander, number 4, Baker Hanson.
So Hanson's going to come in a pitch, and they're going to move Krogman to shortstop. And then the next batter for the Expos will be Bridger Karn, with his brother Daxton on first following his single. So with new blood here on the mound for Brookings, the Expos are going to look into getting a base hit and try to get Karn on to first all the way around the horn. Trying to walk this one off here in 8 on this late night tomorrow at 7:30, playing against Brandon Valley. And all of the Expo games will be streamed on Hard Hats TV, as well as every other game will be streamed here on Hard Hats TV. But I will be specifically just calling all Expos games. So here is Bridger Karn, the new pitcher, and Hanson comes in. There has been 3 pitching changes for the Expos, and that was the first one here of the game for Brookings, and the first one here to Bridger Karn comes down low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes with 1 out. Hanson on his next offer, popped up high. This one is in foul territory. The right fielder giving chase. He can't get a hold of it. So that will just go for a foul ball. That one drops, so 1-1 count. This is Bridger Karn with Daxton Karn on first, following his leadoff base hit. This is Baker Hansen, who has had a little bit of a struggling night batting, 3 strikeouts and then hit into the 6-4-3 double play. They go the direction of first base here on the pickoff attempt. He slides in safe. A 1-1. Hansen with the nod to Schulte, the catcher. Pitch delivered. Outside, ball 2. As the Expos dugout, all yells good here. Trying to give some confidence here to Karn. Hansen looking over his shoulder, the 2-1. Hard hit ball. This one into right field. It's going to drop. Karn's around in the bases. Here comes Daxton. He's got speed. He's going to round third. He's going to come on and score. The ball's rolling. They win. They have walked it off. 3-2 final. The post-22 Expos have done it in 8 innings. The Karn duo has done it. Bridger Karn brings in his brother Daxton, and that will do it here tonight on Hard Hats TV in the first game of the State Reserve Tournament. The Expos defeat Brookings, and they will go 1-0. Tomorrow at 7:30, they will face off against Brandon Valley at 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time. Well, I thank you for tuning on in here to Hard Hats TV. And I'm going to have to go with the player of the game here. And for sure, Bridger Karn, the walk-off hit. So this is Wyatt Simmons here on Hard Hats TV. Signing off. Have a good night. We'll be back tomorrow.